welcome back to my channel. It is good to see you and great to have you back, and if you are new, welcome. I am doing a Bicester Village haul today. I was at Bicester maybe coming up to 2 weeks ago, and I wasn't super spendy. I'm just looking at my carrier bags here, and I have 4, but I think I got some quite good purchases. So I think we should just get straight into it, and I'll show you what I picked up. And we're going to start off with Gucci. And from Gucci, I just got one item, and that is a t-shirt. Here we go. And it looks like this. It's quite in your face with the red and green and the logo that's sort of almost looks like watercolour and that someone's thrown water over it and it's smudged. I just thought this would look really great underneath a blazer with some jeans, just so you can see a little bit of the red and green kind of peeping through a jacket. Will be great, and it's just like a nice easy piece to throw on. I picked it up in a size small and I didn't try it on before I bought it, and it is a little big. I should have really got the extra small, but I do love things oversized, so I'll make it work. This t-shirt was actually in the men's department, so if you are looking for t-shirts, I definitely recommend going upstairs at the boutique and checking out the men's section. If you don't like this, if you think this is a little too in your face, they also have some more simple ones, which were just plain black, plain grey, plain white, navy, lots of kind of those staple colours. And then in the coordinating colour, so if it was black, it had Gucci written across it in black. If it was navy, it had Gucci written across it in navy. So if you want something more simple, they're probably worth checking out. This was £130, and also those ones I was just telling you about were also £130. And yeah, I think great also for a Christmas gift. If you know somebody that likes branded items and kind of wants to move into that ready to wear thing, because a lot of people I know start with accessories and bags and then eventually they build up to buying ready to wear. So that would be a really nice gift for somebody who's really into brands but hasn't quite kind of bought anything clothes wise. I think £130 is probably quite a good gifting point for somebody special. So definitely worth checking out. And those t-shirts, particularly the plainer ones, I know they get them in all the time. So definitely worth checking out. Really recommend those, because a t-shirt full price in Gucci in a boutique, I think is north of £400-500. So that's a really good saving. Next, I'm going to show you the reason why I went to Bicester in the first place, and that was to go to Golden Goose. They have opened up a boutique there, and I desperately wanted a pair of these trainers. But they do tend to be, I think, quite pricey for what they are. For basically a beat up pair of trainers, I think it's quite a lot of money. So I actually ended up getting 2 pairs, and I would show you both pairs, but actually I have been wearing these already, and I think the other pair, I don't know where I've put it. I don't know if I've left them in my boyfriend's flat or somewhere at a friend's house. I can't seem to find them right now. So I will either find a picture of them and put them on the screen, or I'll take a picture of me in them just so you can see what they look like. But this pair I do have with me. You can see it comes with the dust bag. I might just pop this down actually so it's out of the way. Comes, in the box with the dust bag. And I actually really like these dust bags. They've got a zip on the top, and they're waterproof. They're kind of this waterproof material. So I think they'd be really good for travelling, and you can put like your face wash and your moisturiser. And if anything leaks, which happens to me quite a lot when I travel, it's not going to go all over your clothes. So as a little side note, they have great dust bags. And then these are the shoes. Now, I got these were the last pair they had available, the last size, and I got them in a 35.5. And when he originally told me, the sales assistant, they were 35, I was like, oh, well, that'd be too small. But he was like, no, try them, because actually our shoes do come up quite big, and they do fit absolutely fine. However, interestingly, the second pair I bought, which is sort of like a fabric, it's a white fabric, I bought in a 36, and the 35 was quite tight. So I don't know if these fit well because they were the display piece and maybe lots of people tried them on and they'd already stretched out, or if I'm a different size in the leather to what I am in the fabric. But I think as a general rule of thumb, they are thought to run big. but I can't tell you that for sure because I bought one in 35 and one in 36, and 36 is my regular size. But anyway, back to these. Just quickly show them to you. They are the classic white leather. However, they have got pearl embellishments along the back and side. And then they've got this amazing iridescent tongue. And anybody that knows me well will know I'm partial to a bit of iridescent. So these were absolutely love at first sight. And I'm so glad that they actually did fit and I could squeeze my foot into a 35. And then price-wise, the savings are pretty much blanket across all the trainers. It's a 30% saving on whatever style you buy. So these were £410 full price in store, and I saved £123 on them. And then my other pair, which were less expensive, they were £290 full price, and I saved £87 on them. That's because they're not as embellished as these, and also they weren't leather, so they were quite a lot cheaper. So I ended up paying £490 for both pairs, which actually is probably the price of a lot of full price ones in Harrods or in a Golden Goose boutique. So I would definitely, if you were after a pair of these trainers, I would 100% recommend going to the Bicester Village boutique, because they must have had 50, 60 different types of trainers to pick from. The selection is absolutely huge, and why pay 30% more in London when you can go an hour out of London and buy them for quite a lot less. Also worth noting, if you have one of those Bicester Village 10% VIP cards, you can actually use these on the trainers as well. So that's a bit of an extra saving. If you don't know what I mean by a Bicester 10% VIP card, it is basically a kind of, as it says on the tin, it's a special card that you get from the guest services section at Bicester Village, and you can save 10% in a lot of the stores. There are certain exclusions. For example, I know Gucci and Prada don't accept it at all, but most of the stores do, and it's definitely worth bagging one if you can. There are certain stipulations as to how you can get one. So for example, I know you can get one if they have a coach service that runs from London that takes you to the village. If you take that service, you can get one. I also know that if you book, they have certain packages and day experiences, and if you book one of those, I think a 10% card comes with with those packages. But I will basically leave some more information below about it. So if you don't know about it and you want to read up about it, I'll share some links and maybe share a bit more information about it, because they're definitely worth trying to get one if you can. Unfortunately, on this trip, I did not have one, so I didn't make any extra savings. But for example, on this, which was £490, I would have saved £49 with a 10% card. So it would have been great if I could have. And then next, I'm going to show you this. Now, this is a store, when I go to the village, I don't think I ever usually go into, but I just popped in, and it's the cosmetics company store. And this store has all kinds of beauty brands, so you can get the likes of Glam Glow, you can get Origins, Clinique, they have Tom Ford makeup there, loads and loads of brands, all with a bit of a discount. And what I was most excited to see was that they had Jo Malone there. And they had a lot of Jo Malone products, actually. A lot of fragrances. The fragrances tended to be more the limited edition ones, so obviously they had leftover stock and they sent them to the Bicester boutique. But there were also a lot of classic scents, and for example, I picked up this candle, which is in basil and neroli, which is from their current collection and their permanent collection, and it's lovely. It comes with the silver tin lid, comes with a bow. The only thing you don't get is a Jo Malone box and carrier bag, but it's not really the end of the world. And these retail for £48 and I paid £36. So that's a good, it's £12 saving, it's quite a lot. And to be honest, £48 for a candle is a lot of money. I mean, even 36 is quite a lot. But I think with Christmas coming up, these are really, really great gift ideas. And at £36, it's a bit more manageable as a really lovely present for a wonderful friend or for a sister or an aunt or whatever. So that is definitely worth checking out if you're in the village. The other thing they had, which I absolutely fell in love with, is the giant candle. The really, really massive one. It's so heavy you can barely pick it up. And it was in the eucalyptus, which I think was their Christmas scent from last year. it was so beautiful, and it was just the height of luxury. And I think they retail for about £300, and it was £225 in store. So if you want to kind of take it to that next level, it's definitely worth checking out the cosmetics store to see if they have the big ones, because 75 quid is quite a big saving. And then finally, and most excitingly of all, I could not stop by my favourite store and not buy anything. It is Dior. And I got a couple of pieces in Dior. Firstly, I got this little fella in this dust bag, and it is a belt. And it's got Dior and this kind of antique gold buckle, and then it's this beautiful nude colour, which I think will just go with everything. It's probably about as versatile colour as you can get. I got it in a size 80, which actually is probably too big for me. In belts, I'm really a 75, but I always think it's better to buy bigger and then just add in some more holes. So as you can see, and then I'll just do it up, and then pops in like that. So yeah, really happy with that. And they had it in loads of colours. They had red, they had black, they had different sizes. I think they had navy. They all have the antique gold hardware. So if you don't like gold, you probably won't like these belts. But if you do like this, but you want another colour in the actual leather belt, there were plenty to choose from. And I paid £254. Now I'm not quite sure what the discount is on that. I don't know if it's a 30% discount or if it was a 50% discount, but I know for sure that these were in the Dior boutiques last season. So this is definitely a piece that I picked up with a discount. It's not one of those pieces, and I know Dior do this, and I know a lot of the other brands do this at Bicester. They actually specifically make product for the outlets, and this is not one of those pieces. This is one that was made for the main collection, and obviously they just had leftover and they didn't sell. And I prefer to buy those pieces because I feel like I'm getting better quality, and I feel like I'm getting a discount on something that's actually has a real RRP price. So that is something just to be wary of. And you can ask the sales assistants whenever you're at an outlet and just be like, do you make product for the outlet, or is this all just past season and second stock? And they do have to tell you. So if you're ever worried about that, just ask. I do find that the quality of like the stuff that really is the products that are mainline is much better than the products that are made for the outlet. And there are documentaries and there are articles about the kind of quality difference. So if I can find anything worth reading, I will pop it in the description bar below for you. And then moving on to the pièce de résistance, I got myself a little bag, and it is one of those wallet on a chain style bags. And this is it in this beautiful toile de joie print. And I actually loved this when I saw it on the previous collection, which I believe was spring summer just gone, when they launched this. I absolutely fell in love with this print. I really wanted to get myself a piece. Actually, the one I really liked was the Lady Dior in this, but it was like £3,200 full price, and I just couldn't justify it. So when I saw this at Bicester, I got really excited. And I have to say, they had quite a good selection of things in this print, even though they didn't have the main bag. So there weren't any dioramas or saddles or Lady Diors in this print. They did have this little wallet on a chain bag, and they had this beautiful blue, but they also had it in red. They had some card holders, and like silk scarves and things. So if you really like this print, it's worth popping down to Dior because you can then pick it up with a discount. I'll just show you inside. It is this beautiful suede, and it has got a centre pocket, and then it's got 4 little card holders and a zipped pocket, which is great for like popping change and things in, or notes, and then a front pouch here, which is great for like throwing your receipts and things in. So I already have a Dior walk bag. It is the red one, and it's got Dior and gold hardware. Actually, it's the same hardware as on this belt, and it says Dior on the front, and I have used it so much. These are such useful little bags. If you're running around London or just around town and you want something that will fit your phone, your cards, some money, a lipstick, your keys, and that's all you need. This does that, and it's light, and you can wear it crossbody, and it's secure. So I really, really, really rate these bags. And I paid £715 for this. It was 30% off from the full price, so about £1,100 full price. And I definitely think it's worth every penny. Another reason why I really like Dior and their current creative director is that even though this was launched for spring summer, they're actually carrying this print on. So autumn winter has a few pieces with this Tour de Jour print on it, and then I know the next spring summer collection they're bringing a lot of the stuff back with this print. So this is not seasonal. It's not something that people are going to be like, oh, she's wearing last season's bag. Not that I would care, but some people are like, oh, that's an old bag, or it's an out of season bag. That's not the case. I really love that Maria Graziosi, who is the creative director, really thinks about her designs and making sure that they have longevity. And so even though I bought this with a discount and from an outlet, and it is from the season past, I know that when I wear it next spring summer, it will still look on trend, and it will still be very much like a fresh bag. It will still be up to date. So that's a great thing. And then I just wanted to also point out this little, I don't know if you can see, but there's a little Dior Charm on the side, which is really sweet. Really, really nice details. The hardware is like a champagne gold, which is great because you can wear it with gold or silver. So really, really, really happy with that. Actually, I think I'm chuffed to bits. It's probably more accurate. Delighted with that purchase. And that is everything. So, as I said, I didn't go crazy. But I'm really happy with what I got. The Golden Goose, I already know because I've been wearing them, that I'll be wearing a lot. I'll be wearing them all through the winter. They're absolutely great. Really recommend them. Super, super comfortable. So definitely worth checking out. I think the Jo Malone tip is quite good as well. If you want to get a few Jo Malone bits, definitely go and check out the cosmetic store because you can get it with a bit of a discount. And then, of course, my Dior pieces, which Dior always makes me happy. So, yeah, all round, a pretty good trip. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any questions about Bicester or any of the items I got, please leave it in the comment box below and I will get back to you. And if you would like to stick around for more videos from me, please subscribe. But until next time, I'll see you later. Bye!